Section 3. Setting a table. Setting a table. Some restaurants, such as fine dining a la carte restaurants, will adopt a more formal table setting, while casual-style pub operations will take a more casual approach to setting their tables. There are, however, some basic rules that should always be followed. On the following screens, you will see possible settings for formal-style and casual-style restaurants, and the rules that would apply to that setting. It is important to remember that each restaurant will have preferred style, but essentially the etiquette of setting a table remains the same. How to set a table. Before setting a table, you should always check that the table is clean. Menus are clean, complete and well presented. Condiments are full and clean. Flowers look bright and healthy and are presented in clean vases with fresh water. Click on the pictures below to reveal the basic principles you should adhere to when setting a table. Plate. In a formal restaurant, plates are often used as a decorative feature in a table setup. This will often have a napkin folded and rested on it. The plate should be placed in the center of the setting, 1 inch away from the edge of the table. Knives. Place knives on the right-hand side. Knife blades should be turned toward the plate. They should be placed in the order in which they will be used, with the first utensil on the far end from the plate, the second utensil closer toward the plate, and so on. Knives should be in line with the plate 1 inch away from the edge of the table. Soup spoon. The soup spoon should be placed on the right-hand side on the outside of the knives. The soup spoon should be in line with the knives 1 inch away from the edge of the table. Forks. Place forks on the left-hand side. They should be placed in the order in which they will be used, with the first utensil on the far end from the plate, the second utensil closer toward the plate, and so on. One exception to this is an oyster or seafood fork, which should be placed on the right-hand side of the setting furthest from the plate. Forks should be in line with the plate 1 inch away from the edge of the table. Dessert cutlery. The dessert spoon and the dessert fork should be placed at the top of the table setting. When dessert is served, they should slide down to the sides of the dessert plate, fork on the left, spoon on the right. Side plates. Side plates always sit on the left of the fork. The side knife should be placed on the side plate with the knife blade facing toward the center of the side plate. The side plate should be in line with the setting plate 1 inch away from the edge of the table. Glassware. Wine and water glasses sit on the right-hand side of the place setting, just above the knife. Water glass sits slightly in front of the wine glass. Table setting styles. The way in which different restaurants set their tables may vary greatly. However, it is important, regardless of the type of setting, to remember a few key points. Roll over the pictures below to reveal how different types of settings still incorporate the basic principles of place settings. Formal setting. Aesthetics are especially important to a formal table setting, so consistent spacing is essential. Settings should be positioned 1 inch from the edge of the table, and cutlery should be placed equal distances apart. Semi-formal setting. Where a setting includes side plates, these should always sit to the left of the place setting. Any glassware placed on the table should be clean and polished, and should sit on the right-hand side of the setting above the knife. Casual setting. When tables are set with menus, you should always check that the menus are clean, complete, and well presented. Drinks served to a table should always be placed on the top right-hand side of the setting. Very casual setting. When using napkins, these should be placed on the side plate or to the left of the setting. Any cutlery placed on the table should be clean, polished and placed on top of the napkin. The fork should sit on the left and knife to the right, with the blade facing towards the centre of the napkin. Setting a table. Setting a table correctly is an important aspect of being a professional waiter. In order to help you understand the principles of setting a table, construct a formal setting on the screen below. To do this, place each item on the right-hand side of the screen onto the correct position on the setting. Correct. Side plates always sit to the left of the forks in line with the plate 1 inch from the edge of the table. Correct. The starter and main course fork should be placed on the left-hand side of the setting. The starter fork should be placed outside the... Correct. The starter and... Correct. The soup spoon... Correct. The side knife should always be placed on the side plate. Correct. The dessert fork and spoon should be placed at the top of the set. Incorrect. This is not the correct position for the white wine glass. Incorrect. This is not the correct position for the white wine glass. Incorrect. This is not the correct position for... Incorrect. This is... Correct. Glassware should sit on the right-hand side of the setting above the knives. The red wine glass should sit above the white wine glass, and the water glass should sit slightly in front of the wine glasses.